In this video, we will go over dividing radicals. So this means you may use multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division. So our first step is to break apart the radicands using the quotient rule. So I'm going to take my fraction and I'm just going to make them into two separate, a top and a bottom that I'm focused on. So this fraction is just going to turn into the square root of 49. The bottom is going to be the square root of 100. And then I'm going to go ahead and simplify the radicals that I can. Look for perfect squares. So the square root of 49 is 7. The square root of 100 is 10 because 49 and 100 are both perfect squares. So I have 7 over 10. I would simplify or reduce the radicals if possible. 7 over 10 is already reduced. I can use my calculator to check. And I would simplify the resulting radical along with any coefficients if possible. So 7 over 10 would be my final answer here. So step 1 is always to break apart the radicands using the quotient rule. So I'm going to treat square root of 8 as its own separate problem and square root of 32 as its own separate problem. Square root of 8, I'm going to break apart using a perfect square. So that gives me 4 and 2. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 2 cannot be simplified further. So square root of 8 really turns into 2 square root of 2. And now I'm going to deal with the square root of 32. Again, I'm just going to go back to my simplifying radicals. I'm going to break apart 32 using a perfect square. In this case, that would be 16 and 2. 16 is a perfect square, so it simplifies into 4, and then I keep the square root of 2. So square root of 32 really turns into 4 square root of 2. So I've simplified the radicals, and now I'm going to simplify, meaning divide or reduce the radicands if possible. So I have a square root of 2 on top and a square root of 2 on the bottom. Same index, same radical. So they cancel each other out. That's almost like having x and x. They cancel out, or 4 and 4. It turns into 1. They cancel each other out. So I'm left with 2 over 4. So now I'm going to focus on my coefficients. My coefficients are 2 over 4. Well, 2 over 4 simplifies into 1 over 2 because they both can be divided by 2. So I simplified this radical. You can also use a calculator to simplify a fraction. So 2 over 4 turns into a half, and this would be my final answer. Rationalizing the denominator. So in order to be fully simplified, that means there is no radical left in the denominator. So that is a big no-no in math. We do not like radicals on the bottom of a fraction in the denominator. So the process of eliminating the radical is called rationalizing the denominator. So to rationalize a denominator, multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the radical in the denominator, then simplify. Secret word for this video is Verrecchio. This is Miss Verrecchio, who was with us for a time, who was moved to the middle school. So Miss Verrecchio is a secret word for this video. So we have 4 over the square root of 7. I can't make these numbers smaller. I don't have 2 radicals, but I have a radical on the bottom of a fraction, which is a big no-no, so we're going to rationalize. And in order to rationalize, we are just going to take the same exact number that is on the bottom, the square root of 7, and we're going to multiply both the top number and the bottom by the square root of 7. Well, what do we get when we do that? Well, 4 times invisible 1 gives me 4. Square root of 7 is the only radical on the top, so I'm multiplying just the top by that. Then I'm going to multiply the bottom. Square root of 7 times the square root of 7, well, that gives me the square root of 49. But I notice that the square root of 49 is a perfect square, so that just turns into the number 7, just the inside. If you notice that you're just going to end up with always the inside, you don't need to do that step. But because I am multiplying 7 times itself and then taking the square root, they basically undo each other, and I will always be left with the inside. So 4 square root of 7 over 7 would be my final answer. So here we have an example where we have square root of 5 on top, square root of 2 on the bottom. So I am going to go ahead and rationalize my denominator because I want to get rid of the radical that's underneath the fraction. So I'm going to take the square root of 2, multiply it on the top, multiply it on the bottom. When we are multiplying the insides. So we know 5 times 2 is 10. And then 2 times 2 is the square root of 4. But we have to make sure that we simplify our radicals. Square root of 10 cannot be broken down anymore by any radical, any perfect square. So it is simplified. And then square root of 4 is just a number 2. So this would be my final answer. So at this point, you've covered everything for the test. Once you completed your mandatory activity to practice this skill, ask your teacher for the test review.